こんにちは皆さん。グリーンランドです。Welcome back to another video. It is Greenland. Not really こんにちは, more like こんばんは. I have come to talk to you about shifting. I know a lot of you know what it is because of TikTok or Instagram or social media. My sister is making a lot of sounds right now because she thinks it's funny, annoying me, which is understandable. But anyway, I wrote what I'm going to talk about because I want to make sure that this is clear, concise, and easy for you all to navigate through. So use this as a tool for shifting. Yeah. So what is shifting? Shifting is moving your consciousness to another reality, basically. Basically, what you're doing is shifting your consciousness so that you can go to another reality. It can be something like, I don't know, Twilight, Attack on Titan. I don't know why you'd go there, but Boku no Hero Academia. What else? There are so many different realities you can go to. Maybe even a parallel reality that's like this, except you're maybe rich or famous, super successful, one of the most richest people in the world. It's different from dreaming because dreaming, your consciousness is still in your body. It's like not really like astral projection either, because astral projection, you're basically moving your soul, I'm pretty sure, out of your body. So, and it's not like lucid dreaming either, because lucid dreaming, your consciousness is still in your body, I'm pretty sure. That is the difference. You do it now. I have a few different ways of doing it, but I know a lot of people use the Raven method or the double staircase method. I don't like the double staircase method because it requires a lot of concentration and good like visualization. That is the word, and I'm not good at those, so I just stick with the Raven method, which is the easiest, but I kind of tweak it to fit my needs. So instead of just sitting there and counting 1 to 100 and saying affirmations, I do something. I start by putting on a subliminal, and then I just sit, just trying to get my body to relax and just allowing my heart rate to go down, because I bet that a lot of people like me are nervous when they first start getting into a meditative state. And then just allow yourself to imagine dream reality, people in your dream reality reaching out toward you, reaching out a hand and asking, are you ready, or something like that. I usually don't imagine their faces, I just imagine their voices, so that it helps me feel like the energy from that world is coming into this reality. So the energy from my dream reality is coming to my current reality, so that it's easier for me to shift. It makes me feel like I'm more connected to my dream reality, so that it's easier to relax and bring my consciousness out so that I can shift. And after that, I start saying affirmations in my head. Sometimes I count 1 to 100, and in between each one I'll say 1, I am shifting, or I am in my dream reality. 2, I am in my dream reality, or I'm shifting. 3, yada yada yada, etc. And I do that all the way till I get to 100. If I'm not ready to shift at 100, I just go back to 50 and then count again from 50 to 100, saying affirmations in between. And then after that, usually I feel symptoms such as like numbness, or you start hearing stuff or smelling things, like if you scripted that, like, oh, you smell mint or eucalyptus, when you know that you're shifting, so that you don't accidentally open your eyes in your current reality. I have done that a lot of times, and it's so annoying. Like, I can literally be so close to shifting, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm opening my eyes in my dream reality, but then I open my eyes in my current reality by accident, and then it just messes the whole thing up. So make sure you script that your eyes will automatically open in your dream reality, so you don't go through what I had to do. And it gets very frustrating if that happens. And I know a lot of people share that feeling when you shift. You try shifting for so long, but it doesn't work because a lot of factors. But anyway, after I feel like symptoms, sometimes I don't feel symptoms at all, and I just sit there, and then all of a sudden I start blanking out. One time that I did it, I blanked out completely. I was trying to shift to Hogwarts. I wasn't trying, I was shifting. Don't say try, because try kind of limits you. Say I will. That way, you're affirming it. And you're not saying that, oh, you're trying. Yeah, okay. So I was shifting to Hogwarts. I got numb. I felt like I was falling somewhere. And then I imagined myself falling through the sky into my dream reality, which was Hogwarts. And then I imagined Cedric Diggory catching me in my dream reality. And then all of a sudden, I just sort of blanked out. I scripted that I'd wake up in Dumbledore's office and he would be the first one I'd see and say something like, oh, are you ready to come to your dream reality? Or something like that. Are you ready for school? Something like that. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I blanked out. But I ended up in I think it was the library. It looked like it. And I was in a desk. I scripted that I'd be at Dumbledore's desk, but I was not. And I was in the library desk. And in front of me, I saw Harry and some other guy. I'd assume it was either Ron or Hermione, but I wasn't sure because I was so confused. I just remember I woke up and one of my hands was covering half of my face or something. So you know how people sit like this on a desk? That was how I woke up in my dream reality. So all I saw was Harry, and he was looking through books or something, and he was talking. And then all of a sudden, I was trying to figure out where I was. I was so confused. You think that when you shift, you'll know what's going on. When you go there, you won't accidentally open your eyes or something. But until it actually happens, you don't realize how hard it is to not open your eyes in your current reality. So what happened was that I was so confused. Imagine that you're you fall asleep, and then all of a sudden you just wake up in your classroom and you forget that you've been in your classroom the whole day. That's how I felt. So I felt like someone had literally picked me up and dropped me into a classroom that I had never been into before. So I just sat there so confused for a good half a minute. And I was looking around a little bit and I saw just bookshelves and a big window. And then Harry was saying something to the person next to him. And then I was about to ask, where was I? I remember I was going to ask if Dumbledore was somewhere, but then all of a sudden Harry started turning around. And as soon as I saw his face, I freaked out. And then my hand twitched in my current reality, and then I woke up. And I remember being so angry at myself because I knew I had shifted, but it didn't really settle into me until I actually woke up in current reality. So I was so annoyed. But that was my method for how I shifted to Hogwarts, and also my experience. And then I had another experience after that. So, by the way, that was my third time trying to shift. And that was my experience. It was so short, but it was sweet. And then I tried another 3 or 4 times after that, and I didn't shift anywhere because I kept falling asleep or I kept getting interrupted by people around me. But then it happened again. I think it was maybe 3 days ago. Yeah, I was shifting to Ninjago. I'm sorry, but I did. Don't ask me why I wanted to shift to a Lego universe, but we all have our reasons, right? I mean, a lot of you want to get railed by Draco. I just want to go see some cool ninja, right? What happened was I did a similar method. I imagined myself melting into my bed and just relaxing before I started doing the Raven method. And then I'm trying to remember. It feels so long ago, but it was last week. But
Baby.
oh my gosh, my sister needs to go pee. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. I'm trying to remember. So how I began shifting again was I used a slightly different method to shift to Ninjago. I imagined I was melting into my bed. I was relaxing. and that all my limbs slowly got heavier as time passed. And then I started affirming to myself. This time I didn't count because I had physics and geometry work, and I was just so done with numbers. Especially physics and geometry combined, it makes you not want to see numbers ever again. But anyway, I didn't count. I just said a bunch of affirmations in my head, and I put on a subliminal. So the whole time I was saying to myself, I am shifting, I am shifting, I am calm, I am in my dream reality, I am in Ninjago, I am in Ninjago now. And then I just kept repeating that over and over and over, until all of a sudden, again, I felt heavy, like I was kind of floating, and like I just remember being so relaxed. And then all of a sudden I started opening my eyes it was Ninjago City, I remember, because that's where I scripted I'd be. I scripted that I'd be in season 1, episode 1, at the beginning where they're in front of the Jade Palace. So I scripted that I would be on the floor lying down, and that I fell off the roof or something, and then I just like kind of passed out, and then I'd wake up in my dream reality, and then I'd see all the ninja, right? So then I remember just being on the floor. I remember seeing a building and the sidewalk, and then all of a sudden, actually in my hand, not my hand, my body started twitching, right? And then I did the stupidest thing that I could ever do. I thought I was imagining that I was shifting, so I opened my eyes in my current reality. And then as soon as I woke up, I realized I had shifted. And I just remember being so mad at myself because I was there. I was this close to actually meeting the characters and like saying stuff instead of just being there for 5 seconds and then leaving. But no, I was dumb, and I woke up on my own accord. She's playing with my stickers. And the logical part of my brain, I usually think with the logic part of my brain because that is what you're used to using in school. And you can see the regret on my face. I just got so angry at myself. Not really angry, just frustrated. Because remember, this is a journey. So even if it doesn't always work out, try and try again. Persevere. And patience. Like a Jedi. Right? But then I just woke up in my current reality on my own accord. That's the worst part. When you wake up in your current reality on your own accord and you don't realize that you were shifting. That is the worst part. But yeah. So make sure you script things like telling yourself that you're not going to open your eyes in your current reality by accident. And make sure you script things like you can't die, you have like good stamina or endurance, you have perfect hair, perfect whatever, all the clothes you want, all the money you need. Script important things that you know are necessary in whatever world you're going to. Such as like if you're going to, I don't know, post-apocalypse or something, script that you're a good shot or something so that you don't die. But like, anyway, let's see. My tips for shifting, I want you guys to remember to drink a lot of water, be patient. I think I just got lucky with shifting because I'm a spiritual person and I do witchcraft. I think that was the only reason why I was able to shift in like 3 or 4 days. But then after that, I just kind of lost my streak. I think it's also because I got tired. So make sure you take breaks. So shift like maybe 3 days or 4 days. What are you doing? Don't play with that. What is that? So when you shift, open your eyes in your current reality. Script it so that you smell something so you know that you're shifting and you don't accidentally mistake it as your imagination or like lucid dreaming or something. Make sure that you don't have to script everything, but I recommend you script it so like you have a good idea of what the heck you're doing. And keep your vibrations up. Why is everyone okay? And script everything that you need or want if you like really need it. But if you don't really want to script anything, you don't have to. It's not like a mandatory thing, but it's just good so that you don't accidentally die in your dream reality, right? And also, remember that you can't get stuck in your dream reality because you can obviously wake up. Like me, I didn't get stuck. I just woke up on my own accord in my current reality. So be careful of that if you don't want that to happen to you. And also, maybe if you do this often, I recommend establishing a routine. So like 3 days on, 3 days off, so that you don't get sick and like get yourselves hurt, because you want to stay well and you want to keep your vibrations up. And also, if you want to keep your vibrations up, working out is a great way to do that because it's good for your body and it gives you some exercise and it's good for your health. Also, listen to feel-good songs. That also helps. Like songs that maybe make you nostalgic but like in a good way. Or drawing would also be considered something meditative, so you can do that. So another thing to the list, meditate if you want. You don't have to, but it's helpful if you do it. Again, these are just steps that make it easier to shift. In general, though, also keep this in mind. In general, all these methods and all these tips, they all help you with shifting to make it easier. It doesn't mean that it's mandatory. So you don't have to do all this. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, you have to have a certain method, you have to lay in a certain position, like starfish. I hate starfish. And you also have to like script all these certain things, and you have to have a complete script. No, you don't have to, because they just make it easier to shift. It's like a tool. Think of everything as a tool. When I actually shift for longer than like 5 seconds, I'll make another video. So until then, stay tuned, stay safe, drink lots of water, keep your vibrations up, and make sure you don't say try, say I will. I will shift, not I will try. I will shift. Bye for now.頑張ってね.